Hey guys, I know I look supreme crazy, but I wanted to show you guys start to finish, like how I get it done. Now, this is the order of when I do my makeup every single day whenever I'm doing it. I do my foundation, my eyes, I do that first, and then I finish off everything with the brows. So what we're going to be using today to do my brows, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Dipbrow pomade in Ebony. And oh my god, this shade, when I first got it, I'm like, this is way too dark for me, but oh my god, I've been really loving it. As you can see, I have almost hit pan, so I've really been loving this shade in particular. I do have chocolate, but I feel like chocolate is a little bit too light for me. It doesn't look as good as Ebony does. So I'm going to be using Ebony from Anastasia, their Dipbrow pomade. Also, the tools that I'm going to be using is, I use like 3 brushes. I'm actually using 2 because one is dual ended, but I use 3 major brushes. So yeah, I want to have a product or a brush to apply the product with. You also want to have something to groom your eyebrows, like to brush them up or blend them out. So I have a spoolie here, and then on the other side I have the brush that I will be using with my concealer to clean it up. And the concealer that I'm using is the one that I use pretty much all the time, which is my LA Girl concealer in Toast. It's the same color that I use underneath my eyes, and I have some just cooking right here, just cooking up. I like to let it sit here after I'm done my concealer. I put a little extra there and let it just rest until I'm ready for my brow. So guys, I've already cleaned up my brows, which is the most important thing to me when it comes to making sure your brows are extra fleekish. So I've already cleaned up my brows, and I'm just gonna go in with the spoolie, and I hope you guys can see this really well. So I'm just gonna go in with my spoolie, and this brush, I didn't tell you guys, is from Crown Brush. I'm just gonna start just, you know, brushing out my eyebrow hairs, making sure they're not, you know, raggedy. And then after I'm done that, I'm just gonna brush them all up, brush my hairs up. And what that does, that helps me get a clear line of the bottom portion. It helps me look for, like, you know, where it starts, so I can get a perfect line when I'm going in with the brow product. So okay, so I just went ahead and brushed all my eyebrow hairs up. Now I'm gonna go into my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow, and like I said, I'm using Ebony. I'm using Ebony, and I'm just gonna dip my brush into it slightly like this. I'm not picking up a lot of product, just going in very lightly. And then any extra that I have got, like, I just like to go ahead and wipe off the sides on the back of my hand, just to make sure I didn't pick up too much product. So we're gonna start with this brow, and I hope you guys can see well. And I'm just gonna pretty much outline, you know, connect the dots pretty much, because I have a lot of sparse lines, so I just want to make a cohesive line. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start that. And I'm using light strokes because I don't want it to be really harsh, so we're using really light strokes. And if you need more product, just go ahead and apply more, but always make sure, I always make sure I just go ahead and wipe off the sides so it doesn't get messy. So let's go. So I'm just connecting the dots pretty much like that. Okay, so after I'm done just making a nice cohesive line, making sure everything connects, I'm just gonna take whatever's remaining on my brush and blend that up, just to also blend out that line so it doesn't look like a really crazy harsh line. So yeah, I'm just gonna blend it up some more. Now I'm gonna go back in with my spoolie, blend that out. Then I'm just going to go ahead and kind of do the same thing but the opposite. So I'm gonna blend all my hairs down so I can really get a clear view of the sparse areas at the top, and I can make a really nice line there. Then I'm gonna just go back in with the product and just pretty much do the same thing. Wipe off the extra here because we don't want all that extra there. And then at this part, I don't clean up the top of my brows because I like a more natural looking brow, and I feel like when you clean up the top it can look like a little bit unnatural. So when I am going towards the top, since I don't clean it up, I want to pay extra special attention to that area, because I want to make sure it's perfect so I don't have to, you know, go crazy trying to get it perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and hold my breath while I do this. Okay. So for my tail part, I just put a little bit extra there, and I drag it out a little bit more than my natural brow is because I like the drama. And I kind of went a little crazy right there, but I'm just going to take my finger and just kind of clean it up a bit because I went a little crazy right here unintentionally. Okay, so just gonna fill in my brow, my tail just a little bit more. Okay, so I think we're turning out pretty well. Let me just take a look in the big mirror. We're looking pretty darn good. So I'm just gonna brush out the product, and I like to just go ahead. I don't bring any product in here. I usually just start a little bit, you know, more that way because I don't want it to look really harsh. I want it to look a little bit more natural. So I just start from here and just go on back. And then for that empty area, I'm just gonna take my brush and just kind of bring whatever product has not dried a little to that area. Okay, so that is done. I filled in the brows, and I'm just gonna go ahead and brush them into place. So they brushed. And now with my concealer, and please excuse the other crap that's on my hand, we was testing some things. So pretty much following that same line, and I hope you guys can see this. Just to clean up any mistakes. And I just go ahead and wipe off any excess concealer here. And then I'm going to take the brush and blend it down. The concealer down. Down, 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 concealer down, 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 down. So then I just like to take a Q-tip, and I use a Q-tip to blend out the concealer. I feel like it just does really nice in blending it out. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend out the concealer even more. Come through, brow, come through. So that's that. And then to finish everything off, I go in with whatever transition color that I use. And usually I use this brush for my transition color. So whatever on here, I'm just going to use that to blend out the end of the concealer. Like where my transition color and my concealer meet, I'm just going to use that to blend it out so it's not like a harsh-ish line. Just, you know, to smooth everything out. Yeah, smooth it all, smooth it. Okay. And so guys, okay, so that is the finished brow. It looks really, really natural, but as you can see, I just kind of gave my face a lift. Okay, you can see with this brow, we look a little struggled, okay, but with this brow, it just automatically lifts and elevates what I had going on here, and it looks really, really, really natural. It's not far gone from my natural eyebrow. It's not like a completely new eyebrow, even though it looks like really like snatched. It's not like super, you know, dramatic and out there. And I use a little product. A little bit goes a long way. So I hope you guys like it. I'm gonna finish the look because I got a lot of powder going on here. I'm gonna finish the look and then show you guys how everything looks together, both eyebrows. So this is pretty much the finished routine. Okay, this is the kind of brow I go for pretty much all the time, whether I'm doing like a dramatic look or a soft look. I always go for these brows because they work for like anything, and I hope you guys like them. I hope you like this tutorial. I don't do talk tutorials because I talk a lot and I don't want my videos to be like 50 minutes long. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Bye.